is it the second year in a row that I've missed the Nutcracker, or is that a misleading way to say it? Because I think this makes 2 years in a row that I've missed the Nutcracker.
Yeah. It's kind of becoming its own tradition.
Yeah.
Now, last year, we both missed it.
It's a Christmas tradition.
Yeah. Now, last year, we both missed it. This year, only you missed it. I actually did get to go. I ended up going with a couple of friends since you weren't able to make it.
In my defense, I have been with you once.
Yes.
And it was great.
Yeah, once out of 3 times. That's fine.
1 out of 3 ain't bad. Isn't that a Meatloaf song? That'll date me. But yeah, no, I'm glad you went.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it was definitely an interesting experience in its own right.
Really? Why?
Okay, so first of all, the choreography was fantastic, but they did change things a little bit in some places.
They had some swagger?
Well, I was going to say they changed it because they do have a smaller troupe than you would usually have for the Nutcracker.
It's not a cast of thousands.
Right.
It's 8 people doing it.
Yeah.
It's like a Shakespeare festival.
Yeah, basically. Like, for example, the portion with the dolls in the beginning of the Nutcracker, where usually Drosselmeyer brings in 2 dolls who dance, that wasn't how they played it this time. This time he enchanted 2 of the children to be the dolls and dance, which I thought was an interesting departure from the original. But yeah, overall I thought it was good. Anyway, I thought that the actual ballet part of it was really good. However, there was a small issue with the costuming.
Okay.
Well, maybe even a big issue with the costuming.
Wait a minute, are you talking about what I think you're talking about? Because sometimes...
So, okay.
Not so much the ladies, but the dudes, you know what they pack in.
Right. Okay. So the last time we talked about a ballet was Cinderella, and the prince in that had some cake, and there was no hiding it. But it makes sense because, you know, they're on their legs all day. Like, you get cut doing that. Now, that being said, there's a piece that's usually added to their wardrobe that helps out called a dancer's belt. It's basically a cod piece that sort of covers their front area, especially because the men tend to be wearing white tights, especially for pieces like Swan Lake or the Nutcracker.
Yes, I'm glad you said cod piece because that's the word I was thinking of.
Yes.
And I remember being a kid and going, what's a cod?
Funny. It's a fish. Anyway, the thing about white costumes is that, especially under the stage lights, they tend to show a lot. Now, usually it's that they're sheer. Thankfully, that wasn't the issue here. However, you can see every single shadow and outline of every lump and bump on the body. Now, if you're not wearing that dancer's belt, the lump you might see might be one that you don't necessarily want to show.
Are we talking about the...
I'm talking about his wiener.
2 jingle bells or the tip of the holly?
A little bit of both, yeah.
The tip of the tree, the little star on the tree?
Yeah.
The little angel.
Yeah, maybe that little bell on top. Yeah. The neat part is you could see if they were packing jingle bells or not.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And what did you think of the... was it a nice Christmas package? Or was it one that got lost?
Was it a naughty Christmas package?
I was going to say lost on somebody else's porch and they had to take a picture of it.
Well, the funny thing is I actually did end up... So I took a video of it. So here's the thing. You
got to capture the moment. It's a special time of year.
I will say the worst offender of it was the Nutcracker himself. And he was on the stage a lot.
How ironic.
Right. It was hard because there were lots of times when I was intentionally sort of looking away from him.
Are you sure you didn't go to a special performance of the Nutcracker?
I may have, as a matter of fact. But at one point, so I was being what I thought was funny and cheeky, and I texted my dad because he runs the Frontier Center. So yes. I need a little water. Guess I'm not too thirsty.
Oh, wait a minute. That may have been the joke of the night right there.
Anyway, so I texted my dad since he runs the Frontier Center, and I texted a picture of the guy's pants that clearly showed what was going on.
And what did you say?
And I said something like, what's going on here? Did they forget their dancer's belts? Like, I was
Right, because
genuinely asking the question.
he is a technical guy.
But I would sort of assume that he would know.
He knows
because
everything
he's
from
backstage, he knows
flooring
what's
to
going on.
lighting. Yeah.
Right,
Yes.
right. Well, and I mean, as the manager of the venue, he tends to be, pretty included in any news.
He would know if some performer forgot their...
Right. He would be the one they'd go to if they were like, we can't find our dancers' belts. Please, where can we go buy some?
Their Christmas sleigh.
Yeah. Yeah, but he left me on red, which I thought was kind of funny. Because I was just being sincere, and I think he was like, dude, I don't want to talk to my kid about this.
And look, obviously, of course he knew about it because it's the elephant trunk in the room.
Right. Yeah. It's so funny though. I think that it made it a more memorable night, and realistically, the performance itself was well worth it. It was still a really great evening out, and it's a fun story and memory that me and my friends are going to look back on for years to come.
Well, and I think this is a good time for this reminder. Remember to play Hide the Pickle this holiday season.
For your loved ones.
The thing on the tree. I'm talking about the thing on the tree.
Sure.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, clearly.
Man, I didn't think I'd be able to recover from that, but I think I got it. And here's what's ironic. The entire time Karley's telling this story, why don't you go ahead and grab what I'm looking directly at right now? Rango has a little toy traditionally here in this studio.
His little pink piggy.
You think?
It's cute. I think
the whole time you're telling this story,
you know what?
It's just coincidentally
right in your eyesight. You know what? I think maybe you need to get your mind out of the gutter.
Well, that was my Christmas cheer for the year. Oh, and by the way, that's the first time I've ever lost it. Completely lost it on this show. So, again, Merry Christmas. Hail Santa.
Funny.
Idaho ho ho.